Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shema, Shabbat, Shem, Rakakodah, Shalom to the 144,000 rest of you like out there, Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, Israel is Trending. Tariq Nasheed is confronted by a Northern Kingdom Israelite. As you can see, let me just do this again. Okay. So anyway, there's been videos put up concerning Tariq Nasheed being confronted about being an Israelite, and he was on a no jumper. 6 months ago with Captain Tazariak out in the West Coast, and the topic of the Israelites came up, and he said, "Yeah, there were Israelites here in America." But now recently he's saying that he's not an Israelite. Now, in that interview, he said there are Israelites in America. I don't know if he said that he's an Israelite. You gotta, but they're gonna play it on this video. By the way, this video, the handle is We Woke Now. Matter of fact, I subscribe to We Woke Now. And the title is Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed mocks Peruvian woman. I'm not an Israelite. So he's saying, I'm not an Israelite. Tariq Nasheed, film producer, internet personality. In other words, he's an influencer. I'd listen to him, and I'll still listen to him. No big deal. Whether he believes he's an Israelite or not, big deal. But he is an Israelite. Whether he actually knows it or not, or whether he's saying that he doesn't know it for whatever particular reason, that's not important right now. But the thing that is important is that, you have Israelite and Tariq Nasheed mentioned in the same sentence. So people will start to say, well, wait a minute, I'm here every time I turn around, the Hebrew Israelites. Let me look deeper into it. They may watch certain videos and they may say, well, let me get even deeper, and they may acknowledge that, no, we got to be the Israelites. If you search enough, if you're looking for an answer, hey, if you suspect your woman of cheating on you or being out there, some couple of people told you, she was with this other dude. He palmed the ass. They were kissing. She jumped into a car with another dude, and all of a sudden she's working late. Those are signs that she's doing something. And you can say, nah, she wouldn't do that. Or you can say, well, let me hire a private investigator, or let me just go out and see, and then eventually you're going to find the truth. You're going to find the truth, all right? If it seems like your woman has changed, she's acting a little different, she probably with another dude. So the same thing applies with any subject. If somebody says, we're little green men from another planet, if you do this research and study and get all the evidence together, you might conclude that, no, we're not little green men from another planet. Or you might conclude, yeah, we are. So it's up to Tariq Nasheed to do the research if he doesn't know. He's saying no, but that just means he doesn't know. The old saying, never say no, right? Like he's a definite, definite, I'm not an Israelite. Okay, so now let me just let it play. I'm gonna jump around. This is fair use. If We Woke has any problem with me putting up the video, I will gladly take it down. I'm just pushing out the knowledge. I'm just looking at the comments. It says he is lost, let him go. Maybe he's not lost. Maybe there's a reason why he's saying that. Maybe he got the bag, maybe he didn't. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't know. Tariq is logically inconsistent. He changes his position based on whatever platform he's on. He is definitely agent material. He said there are black Hebrews. He's just not one. Well, how do you really know that? Tariq is 100% ignorant. Maybe, maybe not. Why was it necessary to speak to her in that manner? She broke him down too easy. Yeah, and it's hard to break down Tariq Nasheed. He's good with words. So this guy is saying she broke him down too easy. Hey, if you have the truth about something, you're in court and you're a witness or you're a defendant and you speak from the heart. The jury's gonna see that. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, they shall both fall into a ditch. She dropped some jewels, as you're going to listen to. The DNA is the slam dunk. Not every black person is an Israelite, which is true. The Bantu people are the true Hebrew Israelites, the Most High, Usani. That not just the Bantu people. West Africa is neither Bantu, not Hebrew. Why do everyone want to be Israelite now? Yahushua know his people. Everyone should pray. Their name is in the Lamb Book of Life. Hallelujah. No other people group claims to be Israelites, so I don't need to argue. We are the Israelites, the chosen of Yahweh. Full stop. Yeah, I was watching and I did a response to a vocab doing a video with Tucker Carlson and myself, and he was looking real. He was winging it. He wasn't, you must have didn't get any sleep the night before vocab. You're looking real weak and you're easy work. You were easy work when you came out and visited us. that is not his name. Research the name you are using. Full stop. She is also right. There are Israelites descendants in Peru. There are black population of Peru, descendants, transatlantic slave trade. And you know, Jake, they put their penis in everything. If they were heathens over here, these people that were over here before we got over here are the Israelites. They're part of the Northern Kingdom. The woman that interviewed, that got on the show and confronted Tariq, you know, she said she was Peruvian. Right, sounds to me she believes the 12-tribe chart. Would she listen to certain Israelites? I don't know whether she listened to ISUPK, IUIC, IGMS, whatever. Who created that chart? I believe all 12 tribes are black. Indigenous people are not us. Okay, well, you're limited in your information. Bubbly bubbles. She's definitely not Afro-Peruvian. That's why she was talking about this, about how some of them are white. Afro-Latinos don't behave the way she sounds like an Israelite to me. I've never rocked with Tariq. He is more confused than ye or you. Neither, nothing but a liar, and the truth ain't in him. He's a lover of Babylon. Simple as that, and he can have her. So what they're pushing in the air is he took the bag. He's a shill. He's right. He ain't no brute. And I've been peeped. I've been peeped his divide and conquer tactics. A great video. I knew that Tariq was on the enemy side a long time ago. So let's listen.
Ms. Camilla, you want to unmute your microphone?
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thank you for having me. I just want to be briefly, wanted to tell you I like the work you do with Black American communities, but I think you need to be a little more conscious of the lies that you spread. I know you live in California. I know the Jewish are all over around you. You might be intimidated not to tell the truth. You are a Jew. You are a true hero like most Latinos. We are the 12 tribes of Israel. I want you to do your research and spread truth, which is liberation. People are living lies. Our history has been completely changed in order to meet the lies of this country. This country is going to collapse. People need to organize. People need to be ready.
Camilla?
Stop dividing people. Latinos are mostly Africans and mostly indigenous. And indigenous peoples are Hebrews. We speak Quechua. We speak indigenous language that are the oldest versions of Hebrew. Relearn your history, my friend, and do a work of love that is much needed around this country.
Camilla?
Yes, sir.
Where are you from, dear?
I am from Peru, one of the 12 tribes of Israel.
She's from Peru and she'll get you through. If you listen, boo. The hell, come on, man.
El equivalente en un auto a decir. Que comience.
Give me commercials in Spanish.
The period that we are, let's say, talking about is a period of big complications in Spain. We had the establishing of the Inquisition in the year, and the expelling of the Jewish community later in the year 1492. Many of the Jews went to Portugal, escaping from the Inquisition, and in Portugal they had some years of certain comfortable lives, but later they were forced by the King Manuel I of Portugal to convert again into Christianity. So they were being persecuted. Very important to mention that Peru probably was one of the most distant lands where someone could travel to from Spain or Portugal. Look at where we are in this moment, no? Peru in the map. I hope you are seeing the location of my country. We are between latitude 13 and 12 below the equator line. So we are a warm country located in a zone that is quite tropical. Lima, by the way, lays on a desert, right? So many of the men who came to Peru during that period could be Christians, old Christians, or new Christians also, were here to make fortunes. They wanted to live comfortable life, but also many of them wanted to escape. They were escaping from this oppression.
What she doesn't understand, she's saying that the Jews, like, I guess she's talking about the white Jews, those Jews that had to convert during the Spanish Inquisition, they were actually Israelites, but some of them were Europeans that were Judaized. So we don't know the exact numbers, the percentage, and so forth. But I don't know if she knows that the people of Central and South America, the Americas, North, Central, and South America, they came over here 722 around 726 722 BC, 722 circa BC. That was the Northern Kingdom, coming over here. That's in 2 Kings 17 and also in the Apocrypha. Even the small hats, the scholars will tell you that. They'll tell you that the Northern Kingdom came over here to the Americas. When Europeans started coming over here, it was common knowledge that the people that they encountered were Israel, descendants of the Israelites, the 10 tribes, the Northern Kingdom.
From this search, many even who were truly new conversos into Catholic faith, just because they were, let's say, descendants of Jews, they would be always put in this, let's say, group of new Christians, just because they had, like ancestors, great grandfathers that were Jews. They will always be new Christians, and that stain, that mark, will not let them be. Say, or have the same opportunities than other people. But also we have many people who continue practicing their faith because that was the only way they could also live in secret.
We come from the real Hebrews. And after 500 years of rape, forced marriages, genocide, provoked pandemics, our melanin have changed. But what you're doing is divide us people that we need to stick together one way or another, and it's going to happen. Just be ready, because the Jewish demons that run the USA, Babylon USA, will provoke violence soon. Beware. Times are difficult, but there's a better future for everyone. Okay? Do a work of love. It's much needed.
Camilla, I want you to talk to my sister Wani. I got to get my other sister up here for you. Wani,
no, I just wanted to share a message with you. I'm not here to debate. I'm not here for you to ridicule.
Yeah, it ain't about debate. This shit ain't. Well, look, GMS, we're not open to debate. It's either our way or the highway. Either you accept it or you don't accept it. If somebody asks me for directions and I say, okay, you go 3 blocks up at the light, you make a left, and you go 4 blocks this way, you make a right. And then he says, well, how well do you know maps and geography? I said, I don't know. Well, how can I be sure that you're telling me the truth. I said, well, if you don't trust me, just go someplace else. Talk to somebody else. Another guy comes up and says, well, that's not the right direction. I'm an expert in map. We should have a debate on whether you understand directions. I said, I'm not going to have a debate. The man asked me for directions. I told him the directions. I know how to get there because I've been living here for the last 25 years or whatever the case may be. We're at the point where this is not about a debate. We're not going to sit down with the Kemetic community and try to get... Did these motherfuckers figure it out? Captain Tazariak keeps going on and befriending Frankie or what's his name, Sardinetta, and he's going on these shows, and not one of them Kemetic motherfuckers said, you know what, I'm an Israelite now. You ain't gonna wake them up, so why waste time? I don't believe in wasting time. If you can't get it, get to walking. We're gonna have a debate. And besides, if you had a real debate from the ancient world, they didn't charge you for debates. They didn't charge you for debates. Read Acts 17. Read about the Agora. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get, there's lessons within lessons. I'm gonna give you some information on the Agora. Matter of fact, let me do it this way. The Agora. Let's see what happens. Come on now. You can do it. Okay, now does anything come up? Let me do it this way. Let me see. Acts 17. Acts 17. Now Paul waited in Athens and Spirit synagogue, Epicureans. You got the Epicureans and the Stoics, which were your black conscious. Today they call the black consciousness people. I counted him and said, Areopagus saying. I'm trying to find the key word here. Let me try it this way. Bear me for a minute. Gora. Let's see if it comes up. Nope, let's do it this way. Let's go market. Let's see what comes up. There we go, Acts 17:17. Therefore disputed he in the synagogue or the temple with the Jews, the Israelites, and with the devout persons, and in the market daily with them that met with him. So let's look up the word market. The word means agora. market.
Strong's G58, Agara. Agara.
Agara, agora. G58. An assembly, especially of the people, the place of assembly, the public, for public debating. So it's free. Debating was free. For elections. That's why, the presidential election is on TV. You can watch every moment of the elections, right? The process, the debates. For trials, you can go to any court. If there's room in the court, you can go to the murder trial, any court in the U.S. If there's room for you to sit down, if it's not overcrowded, and you can go and sit down. Like if you was at the court during the time of the OJ's trial, and there was room for you to get in there, you can go walk in there and sit down, because it was open to the public. Agora. For buying and selling, it was a marketplace. The agora is also known as a marketplace. For all kinds of business, marketplace, street. So where did they have debates? They had it in the street. Okay? And see, you got to be equipped with all this information, because Christians are not equipped like that. So if you're going into Acts 17:17, and you say, what's the Greek word for market? They don't know. What does charagma mean? The word mark in Revelation 13:16, what does the word go into in the Greek? They don't know. You tell them it's charagma, which goes into charax. That's how we know that the micro C hip is the charagma. The charagma is the micro C hip. All right. Okay, let me see something. The town square as a place of public resort. By implication, a market or thoroughfare, marketplace. And this is where you had debates. There was a movie, into the first 10 minutes of the movie, Agora, they had a debate against the prophets that represented, what's his name, Christus, Serapis Christus, and then you had a bishop that represented the Most High. I haven't seen the whole movie, but I got the movie somewhere. Place where assemblies are held. That's why in the Constitution it says, the First Amendment, the right of assembly. That means you can gather and protest as an assembly. From the market, if they have not washed themselves, to eat not. That goes into idol worship. The praying over foods in the name of idols. So let's go ahead.
Ridiculize me, to mock me, to make fun of people. That is childish behavior. Grow up there.
Slow down, senorita. You slow your ass down.
And he does get childish at times, which is funny. It's entertaining to me. I find it entertaining. 99% of what they say is bullshit, but I find it entertaining. I get entertained. I get entertained by vocab. I get entertained by Bishop Nathaniel. We listen to him for entertainment. Sarnetta, when they have we listen to them for entertainment purposes only. I was looking at for this fight, Dmitry Bivol versus Beterbiev, which he's a human right, but he always gets injured because he overtrains. He's not going to last too long. He ain't going to last too long, and Bivol's going to beat him, in my humble opinion.
Now, you just can't say nothing and people don't respond. I want to have our sister Wani, another woman, because you said a lot of things that needs to be addressed.
Yes, but don't mute my mic. Don't
All right, but,
censor
but
me.
don't talk
And
over
you
me.
censor people to mock.
Hold on. Don't talk over me, though, dear. This ain't the immigration.
Now the woman said that, but don't mute my mic. He's known for muting people's mic. If he wants you, which he has a control through. So she said, but don't mute my mic.
Office. You got to listen. So we're going to have a conversation here. All right. And you said that.
What do you mean immigration? I'm indigenous to this land.
What land? What land are you indigenous to?
The occupied native lands where Babylon, USA is located. Your country is temporary.
And she's getting down. She said the occupied land where Babylon is located. People every day, people are waking up to the geographical landmass biblically known as Babylon. This is Babylon. Even Edomite preachers and scholars are waking up to this. You look it up. Do research.
What
You're
are you
not indigenous to the United States. What are you talking about?
This is a temporary colony. It's going to collapse.
Ma'am, you're not indigenous to the United States.
I am indigenous to this continent and the world. We are the real Hebrews.
Ma'am, then why are you not in Israel?
Well, the scriptures say we're going to be scattered throughout the whole planet. You know, the right of the stranger, the right of return. That showed you that when Israel was live and popping, you had Israelites scattered throughout the world.
You're so ignorant. It's totally sad for your part. You're not mocking me. You are exhibiting, you are displaying your ignorance.
You are Hebrew. Why did you flee here and not Israel?
Be a leader. Don't be a clown.
Ma'am, you just babbling. Why are you not in Israel if you are the real Hebrew?
Because fulfillment of prophecy, you got these devils over there in the land.
The modern slave trade actually started in Spain. That's where modern white supremacy came from.
Gotcha.
When they had the Reconquista,
Well, he's right on that. He was on point on this one. This about 6 months ago or so. And that power didn't come from Rome. The Roman Empire, the power came from Rome when when you go to Revelation 20, the 1,000 years chained up, when they came back in power, the power came out of Spain.
you had black Moors and black Jewish people in Spain, and they expelled them. The ones they expelled, some of them went up to Amsterdam and certain other places. Some of them were captured and brought over here. That's why when Columbus and all of those people, when they came over here, they had translators. They had Hebrew translators. They had...
Wait a minute. When they came over here to encounter the people that were in the Americas, which were Indios, Negroid, whatever, they brought Hebrew translators with them. Let's listen to that again. It's getting hot in here.
The ones they expelled, some of them went up to Amsterdam.
That bullet's getting hot, as this guy would say, Hassan Candle. That bullet's getting hot.
Amsterdam
And that bullet is a truth.
certain other places. Some of them were captured and brought over here. That's why when Columbus and all of those people, when they came over here, they had translators. They had Hebrew translators, they had Muslim translators, because there had already been travel here from black people who were Muslims and Jews and all of that stuff. So we've already had a presence in the Americas for a long time. Once they brought over the enslaved black people from Spain.
Stop right there, brother. You're saying black people were here in America prior to the slave ships coming here.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, talk to me.
There's a great book on that. They came before Columbus by Ivan Van Sertima. Von Woutenau. Black.
So that's a common knowledge that you had Indians over here, and I have family, cousins and so forth that are Gad that's darker than you. They got woolly hair, but this line goes back to one of the tribes of Gad. I got Gad in my family, and Reuben.
Native
My mother's a Reubenite.
Americans, but again, you had travelers coming over here.
Right.
We knew how to sail. We had ships. They looked at some of these Native American tribes and saw that they have Hebrew languages in some of their native tongue.
Yeah.
But I appeared before the Congressional Committee and I presented 12 witnesses, all European. Because they're going to say I'm Afrocentric if I show them this African said this. No. I'm going to take the very people that you think you will listen to. Columbus is the first person. I said, that's how I began. I'm not the first person to suggest there were Africans in America before Columbus. Christopher Columbus is the first person to say that. He actually says in the Journal of the Second Voyage that when he was in Haiti, Native Americans came to them and told them that black-skinned people had come from the south and southeast trading in gold-tipped metal spears.
The real Hebrews are from all over the world.
Those were the Canaanites that came back and forth under the orders of King Solomon. The place called Ophir. There was an Ophir in the east, and there was an Ophir over here on the western hemisphere. Brazil is a Hebrew name, and I give the credit to the Sakari, they figured it out. Brazil is the Hebrew word barazal, which means iron. So they called it, there was so much iron coming out of Brazil in the Americas that they called the place iron, but they gave it a Hebrew name.
City.
Then if everybody's a Hebrew, nobody's a Hebrew. How does that work?
No, you got Edomites, you got other nations, but you got Israelites scattered among the various different nations. So you have more Israelites than any other nation. There's got to be at least 2.5 to 3 billion Israelites, because we're all over the place.
Well, do your homework. Stop spreading trashy information. All you do is spread mockery and stupidity.
Well, now what trash am I spreading, ma'am?
You don't even know your roots. You don't even know you are a true.
You don't even know your roots. She's speaking to by the Spirit.
Hebrew.
I am not no damn Hebrew. I'm a foundational.
You are, and that is the saddest.
I'm a foundational Black American. I am not a Hebrew, and neither are you, man.
But you gotta, now foundational Black Americans, you had to have a name. You had, either was Bantu, Igbo, Yoruba, Sudanese, Senegalese, Ethiopian, Cush, which are the sons of Noah.
Oh, please, Babylon, USA is a temporary satanic nation that...
Then why did you flee to it? Huh? Camilla? I think she dropped her phone in an empanada.
I rock with him he probably gonna say like we're not African, right?
We have African lineage. We have African, yeah, we're descended from Africans. So we do have.
Okay, well,
I'm Black American of African descent.
I'm a foundational Black
I'm not
American.
African nothing.
Right. Well, I don't believe that we're
If
African.
America and Africa go to war,
Right.
I'm trying to. I want the Americans to win. I'm banned armed for the Americans.
Very well. So
I don't want to adapt to another way, bro. They out here with trillions of dollars, and 4 miles down the road ain't no running water.
I don't know why we leaving Mouse's house.
he plays a good house nigga. I don't know why we leaving Master's house.
They did a DNA test on this tribe in Africa. Found out they were really Jews. Anything else about it?
right.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Uh-oh.
Lemba oral tradition passed on through generations says they came from the rabbinical tribe, the Levites.
Well, Esau's telling the truth. Yeah, the Lemba are supposed to be the Levites that came over here to the west are direct descendants of the Lemba tribe, which are the tribe of Levi.
The Lemba say they fled their original home and traveled to Senna in modern-day Yemen, where they became traders and craftsmen until they were forced to escape war or natural.
This is fair use. Come on back. You can watch the rest of this. What's this here? What's this all about? Another damn commercial.
The biggest names in tennis are coming.
Another damn commercial.
The north, presumably from Arabia, was true. But there was the other question. Were they Jewish? Now, a couple of years before, I'd collaborated on another paper which had to do with the Jewish priesthood. Now, a Jewish priest is called Cohen. Everybody here knows somebody called Mr. Cohen. Now,
Cohen means priest. Kohen, matter of fact, let me look it up. I just don't want to say it. I want to prove it. Prove all things and hold fast to that which is good. Priest. Let me put in the word priest. It's either I-E-S-T or E-I-S-T. Okay, I think I got it right. Priest. Melchizedek was a priest of the Most High Power. Look up the word priest. So that's the word right there. Kahan. There was a brother, one was named Kahanya, which means my priest. Kahan means priest. So the small hats, they'll say Cohen. So let's come on back.
Mr. Cohen, in theory, would be descended from the original priests who 2,500 years ago officiated in the temple in Jerusalem. That was the idea. So we did a big experiment. We collected many Cohens from all over the world, and what we discovered really was a corroboration of this tradition, that over half of the Cohen population descended from a particular individual, and that particular individual lived somewhere in the area of Palestine, Israel, 3,000 years ago. 3,000 years ago is more or less the time when Moses lived, and it was Moses' brother, Aaron, who was the founder of the priesthood. So this was a pretty neat piece of research, and a particular haplotype, a particular signature, a family signature of the Cohens was known to exist, and it did exist. So then, when we started looking more closely at the stuff coming out of the Lemba DNA, in one of the clans, their priestly clan, you remember the clan that carried something like the Ark over Africa, what did we discover? We discovered that the same proportion of that clan had this rare haplotype as did Cohens throughout the world. Again, this...
Your haplotype is your line that you go to. You know, if you go for a 23andMe DNA test, you have what's called haplotype, haploid groups. And they'll say, well, you have 50% Nigerian, you have 10% Senegalese, you have You have 5% Italian. You might have 1% Oriental, whatever the case may be.
Was a pretty extraordinary moment. So it was fair to say that the origins of the Lemba were indeed Jewish. We knew where Senna was, and we knew how they got there more or less. The implications of this piece of research were quite considerable. They were certainly significant for the Lemba people.
Are the Lemba tribe of Africa Levitical? Let me see something. How to tell if your tribe is Cherokee? What the hell are they doing? The tribe Lemba. Lemba. Lemba tribe. Lemba tribe. The Lemba, a Bantu, which are Israelites speaking group in southern Africa, claim Jewish ancestry and practice some Levitical dietary laws because they're the Levites, the Israelites. The Lemba follow kosher-like restrictions such as those found in the book of Leviticus and Deuteronomy and slaughter practices. They also observe other Semitic traditions, including male circumcision, strict rules against intermarriage, and clan names with Semitic sounds. So they spoke a form of Hebrew. The Lemba practiced dietary laws based on the book of Leviticus and Deuteronomy. Permitted and forbidden animals were seen. It goes into the scriptures. Tribe of Jacob. Tribes of Jacob is Lemba Levi. Lemba tribe in southern Africa has Jewish roots, genetics. So this truth is overwhelming. We are the people. Let's listen to a little bit more.
Because when they were first discovered or come across in the 19th century by British colonists, they were forced pretty much to become Christians, like everybody else in the area. As soon as the DNA research came through, they stopped, in many cases, being Christian. They abandoned the church and they started creating synagogues. So in terms of their identity, the genetic research...
And what they're doing, they're following these small hats, with the yarmulke and the shawl with the fringes on it, and they're speaking a form of mixed ancient Hebrew, Lashawan Kodash, and that Hebrew that the JJs speak.
Was massively influential. And so it seemed to me that this kind of research, at least in my area, was possible of delivering not only a kind of historical authenticity, but also a sort of social justice.
The average New Yorker gets nearly $20,000 to go solar, so why don't...
mute me and then you ask me questions. Leave my mic on if you want real answers. I didn't
Okay, hold
see
on.
here.
Now,
You don't know
now,
my history. You're stereotyping me. You don't know
you
my
fled here.
history. I am a
You fled.
refugee.
Oh
This country
Lord.
killed my grandfather and my father for doing a work of love. I will
So
not shut up and I will spread truth every day of my
okay.
life
So
until
this
Lowell.
so this country killed your people and you fled to the country that killed your people. What sense does that make? What sense does that
Your
make?
country will collapse. Get it?
So you fled your homeland to the place that killed your people. What dumb ass logic is that?
Excuse you. What's your language? Be a leader. Don't be a clown.
No. Don't you watch your language with that dumb ass logic you're talking. You said the US killed your family and your ass fled to the US. What sense does that make? Huh? Come on, Gloria Estefan. I want to hear you what you got to say. Come on. Camilla, she's talking and her mic is muted. Camilla, hop on. Okay, she bounced. Let me get Wani, hop on, sister. Let me get Sister Wani on here.
Hi.
Hey, beloved. Everybody say what's up to Sister Wani. Give Wani a black fist, family. And y'all follow our Sister Wani if you're not following her. Oh, Lord, Wani, what is with these people talking about we Hebrews and all?
You know, I think that some of my Black American brethren have embraced Hebrew Israelites, and they have been laying up with these foreign broads, and it's just...
We are Israelites. We haven't embraced Hebrew Israelism. We are the Israelites. That's why it seems like we embraced it. We, like Islam, we embrace a religion. Being an Israelite is not a religion. It's a nation of people. And like I said, we won't go on no debates with Sarnet and none of them. We have the truth. Either take it or leave it. All right? And like I said before, and we all said this, that a lot of our people are going to die here in America when these missiles hit. Because they can't say, oh, if the Lord came to us, the Lord comes to you every day through us, through the men of GMS. We're the top prophets on the planet Earth. We're over the IUIC, the ISUPK, Sakari. Sakari came at us. We're over all of them. We are the number one group out there. IUIC is the number one best looking group. It was a fashion show, they'll win hands down. But when it comes to knowledge, shoot, we numero uno.
It's a hot mess. I've seen this happen before.
Yes, Lord. We're not no mad Hebrews. We're not. Lord. And now some brother that laid up with this broad to help her get her green card. Now she's up here talking about we some Hebrews. So these people, they like to play 3-card Monty. They like to latch on to all these different identities.
Well, we did have an identity because whatever the white man called us, Negro, African American, Black, this is something that the white man gave us. So who were we before they beat the stuffing out of us? Remember Toby? My name is Toby. They had to beat that Hebrew Israelite stuff out of you and make you Christians. Why do you think Vocab Malone is working so hard? And Vocab Malone is you're looking tired, Vocab. It says they went out from us, but they were not.
What's your thoughts? Please be respectful with your comments. Also, please click the like.
Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next one. The ball is in your court. Tariq Nasheed. Shalom.